So now we're going to assemble our lizard. And for most of it, we're going to use glue, but for some of it, you're going to need tape. So for the glue part for the body, you have that on the outside, you turn it upside down. One of these flaps is going to go under the other one, just like that. So I'm going to put just like an X of glue. Don't go crazy with the glue because you don't want to glue your lizard to your table. Like that. And then if you kind of lay it on your table and push from the inside for a minute and push down and just hold it for a few seconds. And then you can see we're starting to get our lizard's body. It's really flexible. We're going to set him aside for a minute, get our feet out so we can get those stuck. 2 feet on that side, 2 feet on the other side, and I'm just going to put 1 dot of glue on the end of the leg, and then I will put the body on top. You can kind of decide how far down you want them. Just make sure there's green paper on the bottom to glue it to, because once you start getting down to the tail, you run out of paper. So we're gonna let that dry for a little bit and work on the head. So the head is probably the trickiest part, but we're gonna make it 3-dimensional and it looks really neat. We just have to be really careful when we're attaching it. So we're basically making the top and bottom of the head separate. So I have my little legs of my square. I'm going to put glue on one side and lay the one over the other one, just like that. Then I'll do the same with my other one. You really do not want the glue to seep out the sides because we're going to use the tape pretty soon and you can't tape on top of wet glue. So this makes the top and bottom of the mouth. So I want to attach it on one side. It's like you have 2 pyramids. And I want to attach the bottom of one of them. So for that I'm going to use tape because there's only the edges that stick together. So I'm going to take a piece of clear tape about as long as the side, and the way I found it easiest is if I put half the tape on one half first and then stick the other one on there. Actually, it might be easier if I do it this way. You don't want to overlap it because then it's not going to close. So get it right on the edge, push down, and there's your head. Then we're going to glue the eyes on, so make sure you're gluing them in the right spot. Not on the sides, but like on the top of the head. You can pick which side is the top. And gluing or attaching his head, we're going to tape his head, and it's a little tricky because we want it to be kind of right there. And so what we need to do is look at the back. So put it right about there so it's a little, his head, the top of his head is a little higher. And then I'm going to look at his chin. And I actually have a fold line right there, but if you don't, you just want a little bit of the chin underneath and center it. And it's a good idea if you get your tape ready before you're trying to hold it together. And then tape his chin to the back, like that. And then you can tape it from the top too. Make sure it stays on there. And then I'm also going to tape, now that I have the bottom secure, I'm going to tape it to the top here. So what I like to do is, again, do half like that, lift his head up. It should just about stick right where you want it. And then the other side is a lot easier. And there he is.